You know actor Eric Braeden as the villain we love to hate, Victor Newman, on the popular daytime soap The Young and the Restless. Braeden, who immigrated to Montana from Germany after World War II, tells people how his journey led him to a long career in Hollywood.
The way I came to LA was serendipitous. I had a girlfriend at the University of Montana, Missoula, Dorothy McBride, who in turn had a girlfriend who had a boyfriend who had asked everyone to go up and down the River of No Return in Idaho, the Salmon River. And he said, we'll make a documentary. I said, what's the upshot? He says, we'll take that documentary to LA. I said, I'm in. Anything to get out of Montana. Whilst showing the documentary on television here in LA, we were invited to various television shows with a show called The River Busters. We were also invited to Warner Brothers. And the casting director at Warner Brothers, Sally Baiano, said, you know, have you ever thought of acting? I said, well, not really, but sort of, kind of, not really. But I had always been attracted to complicated characters. So then I thought, And then they said you could make money playing Germans. They did a lot of series about the Second World War at the time, combat and gallant men, and later on, of course, Rat Patrol. But I did my first part. I loved it. I said, whoa, this is for me. I loved it.
Braeden was born Hans Gudegast in 1941, but once he landed his first starring role in the 70s, he was encouraged to come up with a more American-sounding name, a task he didn't take lightly.
I was doing a film in Spain with Raquel Welch and Burt Reynolds and Jim Brown called 100 Rifles at the time, and got the call in the apartment in Madrid, I remember. And they said, guess what? I said, what? Lou Wasserman, who was the most powerful man in Hollywood at the time, loved it and wants you to play the lead in this film called Colossus, the Forbin Project. He says he insists that you change your name. I said, it's not going to happen. Bye-bye, hung up. I said, are you kidding? Change my name? Hans Gudegast, I'm very proud of it. Had done Broadway with it, had done, obviously a lot of television with it. Burt Reynolds came up with a funny name sometimes, then Raquel came up with a name, and we all joked about changing my name. And finally, I said, okay, I guess I got to bite into the sour apple. And I came up with Braeden, which is the first part of the village I came from in Germany, called Braedenweg. And Eric is a name this name in the family. I thought, that's not too far from where I'm from, and hence Eric Braeden was born.
As he continued to make a name for himself in the industry, Braeden was hesitant about remaining in the soap opera world, but a complex story arc for his character compelled him to stay.
Bill Bell had written a fantastic story where Victor talks about his background, having grown up in an orphanage, having been taken to an orphanage when he was 7 years old by a destitute mother and a drunk father. And it hit home. And I knew from that moment on, once I did that scene, I said, now I'm going to stay, because now I can play a very complex character, which has always interested me in film and theater.
This year, Braeden celebrates his 41st anniversary on the daytime drama, and he's sharing his appreciation for his co-stars.
I've grown fond of some people that I've worked with for so long. I have learned to appreciate who really has been essential to the show and to my part in the show is Peter Bergman, who plays Jack Abbott, my nemesis, and we didn't get along at first, but we have developed a grudging respect for each other, And of course, Melanie Thomas Scott, who plays Nikki. I adore her, I love her. She has put up with me, and I sometimes am not the easiest guy to get along with, sometimes. And we have so many good actors in the show. The writers, the producers, the camera people, the sound people, the entire crew. They work so damn hard, it's unbelievable. So I have a deep respect for them. Deep respect for them.
For more on Eric Braeden, pick up this week's issue of People on Newsstands Friday.